Jawlines. Something 90% of you watching lack in having. But thankfully, this tier list isn't about you, because if it was, absolutely no one would be in S tier, other than my subscribers. But if you ain't one of my beautiful subscribers, you're in luck, because in this video, I'm going to jubilantly rank every single Overwatch Heroes Jawlines, starting with D.Va. And here's the thing with D.Va, she's physically impossible to rank low, due to the fact that she has one of the most angelic builds in the entire Overwatch lineup, only second to Mercy. D.Va's one of the skinniest heroes in the game, meaning her jawline's naturally going to be properly defined, and that it is. D.Va's Mauga chops are almost perfect, so I'm going to start this tier list off right and put D.Va straight into A tier. Next up we got Dist, and before I rank the Fister of Doom, I would like to take the time to apologize to him for saying that I could easily defeat him in a fight in my last tier list. After further research, I have come to the conclusion that Doomfist would absolutely decimate my cheeks. Bro would turn me into a Taiwanese ladyboy. But back to the jawlines. In every picture I've seen of Doomfist, he's always tilting his head down towards his neck, which in my opinion makes his jawline very unappealing. Doom is pretty much reverse mewing, and although mewing is fucking retarded, Doomfist should honestly try it, because the jaw posture he has currently is complete ass cheeks. But you can still tell that he's got at least a little bit of definition in his jawbone. So I'm gonna place Doom into D tier. Please don't molest me. Next up we got Jugger Queen, because good lord does she have some jugs. Oh shit, I already made that video. Go ahead and take a gander at JQ's face and formulate an opinion in that little electrified noodle of yours. But also fuck your opinion if it doesn't line up with mine. And in my honest opinion, JQ has one of the best jawlines in the entire game. It's completely unmatched. I'm gonna solemnly slide Junker Queef straight into S tier. Fuck. Next up we got Mauga, or should I call him Mauga, because dude has an astoundingly beautiful jawbone. The only problem is, the beard that Mauga has kinda ruins it for me, because I'm just not a fan of the look he's going for. And I may have been exaggerating a little bit when I said his jaw was astoundingly beautiful, because it's just alright. I don't really got much else to say about him. Mauga's going into C tier. That was the biggest switch up in history. Next up we got Orisa. Now since Orisa's a robot and she's built from scratch, you would think her creator would have put in more effort into Orisa's face. She looks like an ogre with a moldy piece of bread stuck to her head. I don't care if she's 2 years old. She's still an ugly piece of shit, and she's gonna have to learn to suck that fact up. Orisa gets F tier. Next up is Ramattra, and I know I just shit on another robot for having an awful jawline, but Ramattra's low-key got something. It's a bit of an odd shape, but it's still better than Ogre. I'm not going to spend too much time on Ram, because he's still just a robot, so I'm just going to quickly slide him into D tier, and forget about his existence entirely. Next up is Reinhardt. Now although Ryan's in his 60s, he's still got an incredible sculpted jawline, and unlike Mauga, Ryan's beard only makes it look better. Dude is just a little handsome pants, as my grandma used to call me, and only my grandma, my dad. Everyone else just says I'm fucking ugly. Ryan's lineup is incredible, so I'm gonna put him right alongside D.Va in A tier. Next up we got Bubba. First off, look at this picture. And I know, I praise Bubba for his overall beauty on the reg, but I seriously could not sleep at night knowing I put Bubba any higher than D tier. And that's where I'm gonna keep him, because as hot as he is, I don't like him for his jaws. Well, I do, but in a different way. Next up we got, what the Sigma? Fucking kill me. Memes aside, Sigma's got a near perfect Mog line. Dude has been mewing since prehistoric times, which would make sense because he's also an ancient bastard. Other than his glowing grippers, Sig's jawline is probably the first thing you notice about him. He truly does have the maximum level maxillas. Look it up. Sigma gets S tier, no doubt about it. Next up we got Winton, and as long as he isn't smiling at me in that Risley fashion that he does sometimes, I wouldn't consider his chops to be too attractive. And they're also all Jesus fuck, and they're also all hairy and shit. So yeah, nah, it's a no from me. Winton, F tier. Next up is Wrecking Ballsack. Now Sir Testerole over here is in the nicest way possible ugly as fuck, and I'll say it, I prefer guinea pigs. They're just the better creatures. As considerably cute Hammond is, his jawline is fucking diabolical. He's got the same jawline as Benzino. They dead ass look the exact same. And just like Benzino, the opposite of Hammond is a giraffe. And giraffes just so happen to have some superb looking jawlines. So I'm just gonna throw Hammond into F tier and forget about him. Same way his original owner should have, because he's nothing but a failure in every aspect. And for the last tank, we got Zarya. And you may have noticed this if you've watched all the other tier lists in order, but Zarya's low-key been growing on me. She started off looking like a band teacher to turning me into a hand beater. Fucking bars. Zarya has a good ass jawline, but I don't think it's as good as D.Va's or Ryan's. So I'm gonna place her into B tier. I think that's fair. Moving on to the DPS. Now the DPS got some of the highest highs and the lowest lows, but we're starting off with one of the highest highs. Let's talk about Ashe. Go ahead and put this video into mini player and take another look at the thumbnail. And if you're watching on TV, I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that you're just elite. TV is the superior way to view YouTube videos. Ashe has some mentally insane mentums. I definitely didn't look up other words that mean jawlines. But Ashe has the perfect jawline. She is the top of the mewed chain. So she's getting her own tier. Ashe gets razor sharp tier. Cause that shit could cut Minecraft bedrock with how fucking defined it is. Next up is Bastion. And I know what you're thinking. There's no way this dude is gonna place Bastion any higher than F. And first off, fuck you for assuming my gender. I identify as a glass of orange juice. And second off, just because Bastion has a differently shaped jawline doesn't mean it's complete dog shit. I reckon back when Bastion was in his prime, like before he had severe PTSD, he was getting endless robotussy with that square chiseled jawline of his. But any human that has an ounce of sanity would never thirst over Bastion. And surely they would never make any Bastion porn, right? Bastion gets a C tier for chiseled. Next up we got
Cassidy McCree, oh my god!
And Cassidy most certainly has a gunning on him. Literally every single photo I've seen of Cassidy has him looking like Dream throughout his entire face reveal. But unlike Dream, Cass actually has a jawline 100% of the time. So I'm gonna give him an S tier because that shit is subsequently spectacular. Next up is Cassidy's what seems to be sneaky link, Echo. Now I know I was praising Ashe's pointy jawline and how it's so utterly beautiful, and he probably figured since I gave Ashe such a high ranking, that could only mean Echo gets the same treatment, but you're wrong. I don't know why, but whenever I look at Echo's face, I find myself naturally wanting to look away. Like I need Enigma True Crime to break down why I can't seem to look at Echo's face for more than 5 seconds. I think it's because her face is like split into 2 parts. With her actual face being blue and her head being white, it like blends them together strangely. I don't know how else to put it. Whatever, I'm spending too much time talking about her. Let's move on. Echo, D tier. Next up is Genji. You know this dude has a chiseled mental protuberance when the helmet he wears quite literally has its own jawline. And sure enough, when you take the helmet off, Genji has an overall appealing set of mandibles to him. It's the classic Asian or Taiwanese or Chinese or whatever the fuck jawline. So I'm gonna give Genji a C tier because he's not quite Giga Genji yet. Next up is his beautiful brother, handsome Hanzo. That sounded overwhelmingly homosexual, but hey, it's Pride Month. Hanzo's another bearded hero, in which I think the beard only plays a better part in defining his jawline even more. He's got that little goatee that somehow makes it pop out in an even greater fashion. Overall, Hanzo's got quite the set of dewlaps on him. So I'm gonna give the superior Shimada brother a solid A tier. Even if there's some brotherly incestual activities going on between him and Genji, the mewing streak never ends. See my last video to understand. Next up we got Junkrat. You all know how much I hate this handicapped pirate wannabe buffoon, but as I said in the previous tier list, the only good thing about Junkrat is his jawline. And you know what? All you Junkrat lovers have been patiently waiting on me to rank this loser higher than a D or an F. So because I love you, although your opinions are shit, I'm gonna place Junkrat into B tier. This is the one and only time you'll ever see him here, so savor it. Next up we got Mei, and I already know I'm about to get bullied into submission in the comment section, but who am I kidding? I would never submit. That's for betas, and I'm the alpha.
Whatever daddy wants, daddy gets.
But Mei's jawline is low-key kinda mid. And don't get me wrong, I would still love to be friends with Mei in a sensual way. But there are certain better buckulas in the bar. Bae. Jesus fuck. So I'm putting Mei into C tier. Next up is Pharah. And I'm gonna make this quick. Same way I would ejac and evac quick if I were to hammer hams with Pharah. This lovely woman certainly has an exquisite pair of chinzos attached to her face. Okay, these synonyms are getting weird as fuck. Pharah has a near perfect jawline. So I'm gonna go ahead and place her in A. Moving on. Next up is Reaper. And if you've never seen Reaper's jawline before, take a gander. It's nothing special, but it's certainly not unappealing either. He's got battle scars. That's a good ass song. It's also nostalgic as fuck. But anyways, he's got battle scars and scratches all over his face, symbolizing a hard man at work. Wait, hold up. No, I mean a man hard at work. To be honest, that doesn't sound any better. So there's not much else to say about Reaper. I'm gonna go ahead and place him in C for currently coming. Next up is Sojourn, and hear me out. Don't start writing a hate comment yet, but I'm gonna place Sojourn into D tier because whenever I look at her face and her face alone, she looks like a dude to me. I don't know what it is. If you disagree, that's okay, but that was just the first thing that came to my mind. So she's staying at D. Next up is Soldier, and the only place I can logically put Soldier is in S tier. Not only is it Pride Month, and I don't want to offend Sir Soldier, but his jawline is dead ass just highly appealing to look at, especially when he's clean shaven. Like you'd think for a 61-year-old super soldier, his face face would have taken more of a beating, but maybe his mouth is the thing that takes most of the beating. Anyways, sure, there's that huge scar that goes straight across his face, but that's pretty much the only major nick he's got. So yeah, Soldier gets an easy S tier. Next up is Sombra. Shit, no, not my girlfriend, I mean Sombra. And Sombra's similar to Diva in a sense, that they're both just naturally beautiful in every aspect. Like Sombra's jawline is nearing Ashe's level, but I still think it's just below Ashe, so I think the only fair place to put her would be S tier, but I'm gonna put her above everybody else. Can you fucking move? Next up is Symmetra, or should I say Shitmetra, since her jawline is ugly as fuck. Oh my god. Sim has no business being that good looking, but let me tell you, she will get my business within every endeavor that she decides to pursue. Symmetra is very similar to Sombra. I mean, they do go hand in hand after all. So I'm gonna give her an S right alongside Sombra. Next up we got Torbjorn, and from what I've seen, I don't think I can give him a very high ranking, just due to the fact that in every photo I see him in, he's got that long ass beard, and although his beard is absolutely badass, smooth shifting brother, it low-key fucks up his jawline. So I'm gonna give Torb an F tier, but he does have a chance to redeem himself once I can get a full image of his jawline without the beard. Next up is Tarcer. What the fuck? In my notes I wrote down fucking Tarcer, what the hell? If any hero can compete with Ashe, it's Tracer. You can tell that Tracer's British just by looking at her, and it's a good thing we aren't ranking her teeth, since they probably look like this, because that's canonically what every British person looks like. So I'm gonna place Tarcer in the razor sharp tier, because she's right there alongside Ashe. Next up we got Venture, and let me just get it out of the way. Venture's going straight into D tier. It's not absolutely awful. Their jawline's just a bit round, which is fine, but it isn't fine, you know? Also, Venture really needs to get some dentures, because she looks like she just got out of a fucking 3-year hockey game. But yeah, I'm keeping Ven in D tier. Now we started off the DPS heroes with a doozy, and we're gonna end the DPS heroes with a doozy, because Widowmaker's chinny chin chin has convinced S tier to let her any in. Should I get tested for autism? Widow's jawline certainly isn't the most appealing thing on her body, but I still think it tops everyone in A tier. Widow truly is OP, in both the game and in terms of her build. God, I want you. Moving on to the support heroes, and let's start it off right with a fan favorite, Ana. And Jesus Christ, why are her buckulas so goddamn superb? Even if you're looking at geriatric Ana, she still has the remnants of her young jawline. The shit is still intact, just with a couple extra wrinkles and folds, but that's no biggie, and it's no Tupac either. Ana has no business making me feel the way I feel right now, so I'm putting her straight into S tier, above Widowmaker. Next is Baptiste. Just look at this side profile. How long has this dude been fucking mewing? I couldn't tell you how long I've been edging, but Baptiste Gunions are fucking beautiful. Dude could eat out Jesus Christ himself, and not even Jesus would repent his own sins, cause Bap's jawline is just too fucking perfect. So Bap, easy S tier. The support heroes are off to a good start. Next up we got Brig, and dude, look at this fucking picture. She's actually mewing, you can't convince me otherwise. Every time I see Brig's jawline, I instantly think about that one meme where that girl keeps saying, "My name is Skylar White, yo," and I instantly get an erection. Wait, hold up, that's a dude? Why did my shit just get harder? Brig's going straight into S tier. Let's keep the S's coming, and let's keep me coming. Next up is Illari. Listen, Illari has an absolutely magnificent jowl, alright? But it comes nowhere close to being as defined as the previous support heroes. It's pretty similar to Venture's in a way that it's very round, but unlike Venture's, Illari seems to actually fit her facial structure, so it makes sense for it to be round. Then again, it's still rounded, and I'm not a big fan of well-rounded jawlines, so I'm gonna have to give Illari a B tier. I'm sorry, Illari. Next up we got Kiriko, and Kiri's got that pointy jawline that I tend to examine for extended periods of time. I don't know what it is about the Asians, but they always have these beautifully defined mandibles, and although they're beautiful, I don't think they're as good as the heroes in S. Like, they're the shape that I like, but compared to the heroes with similar shapes, I think they're the worst in that category. So I'm gonna have to give Kiriko an A tier for amazing. Next up is Lifeweaver, and if Giga Chad was an Overwatch hero, Lifeweaver would be him, and he is most certainly him. You could cut the earth into two within 3 nanoseconds due to the sharpness of Lifeweaver's gunion. That shit is more defined than his chest, and let me tell you, his chest is defined quite nicely. This is a bold statement, but I honestly think Lifeweaver has the best jawline in the entire game. It's somehow even better than Ashe. So Lifeweaver's going at the top of the list, literally above everybody else. Let me fix that real quick. But next up we got Lucio, and I'm starting to notice that the support heroes are superior to everybody else, because Lucio is another hero that has an absolutely magnificent pair of chops on him. But I will say, I'm not a big fan of the beard, but I'm still clearly able to examine the jawbone, and it is splendiferously superb. superb. So for the first time in a minute, Lucio's getting a decently high ranking. Lucio, B tier. Next up is Mercy, smash, S tier. Next up is Moira. Listen, I know I've been praising the pointy jawlines this entire video, but in my opinion, Moira's dewlaps are low-key mid. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like the way they look compared to the other pointed ones. It's still good looking, just not great. So I'm gonna place her at C tier, because it's just mid. Lastly, we got Zen, and as much as I hate to admit it, Zen low-key has a decent pair of jaws on him. He could definitely fit his balls in his jaws. It's kinda crazy how both Junkrat and Zen are getting high rankings this video. I never thought they'd make it above D tier, but they've been the underdogs for so long that they deserve it. So I'm gonna give Zen a solid B tier, since his jaws make my balls solid. And that's the Jubilant ranking of every Overwatch Heroes jawlines. I'm gonna place a whopping 4 tier list on your screen right now that I've done previously, and you're gonna have to pick one to click on next. And I know you're looking at that gripper tier list right now. Click it. No balls. I'll give you 3 more seconds. Better make a decision quick. Alright, see ya.